yogis, thank you for joining me on the mat today. In today's class, we're going to give ourselves a little bit of love. Some self-love can go a long way. So let's just begin placing one hand on the chest and one hand on your belly, and just softening the shoulders back and down, lengthening the spine, and then just closing the eyes and just a slight tilt down with the chin. Taking a few deep grounding and cleansing breaths in through the nose and sighing it out through the mouth. And a few more times in through the nose, feel your whole body expanding. And sighing it out, just a sense of release and letting go. Filling the chest, diaphragm and the lungs, all the way down to your belly. And then closing the mouth, breathing in deeply in and out through the nose unless your nose is blocked. Bringing a softness to the muscles in your face, around the eyes and the jaw. Being mindful of your posture, finding a softness in the pose. Feeling connected to the mind, the body and the breath. And just notice how you're feeling, taking this moment to pause. How you're feeling mentally, physically, emotionally, and acknowledging that. And softly opening the eyes as you gaze forward, taking a nice deep breath in as you open your arms out to the sides. And on the exhale, bringing your right arm over the left, stacking your elbows over each other, crawling your fingers towards each other behind your back, and then lowering the shoulders down. You should feel a nice stretch in the shoulders and in between the shoulder blades. Still keep the length in your spine, and then just tilting the chin slightly down. Feel the stretch in the back of your neck, maybe all the way along the muscles along the spine. Still feel those belly breaths, deep and slow. Inhale, reaching the arms out to the sides. Exhale, changing sides, left over right. Crawl those fingers towards each other, move the shoulders down, tucking the chin jack down. And then reaching the arms out to the sides and up towards the ceiling, palms facing each other. Feel the shoulders lifting up as you reach the fingers up towards the ceiling. And holding your elbows above your head, moving the elbows back. Feel an openness in the chest. Releasing your elbows and just lowering the right hand down behind you as if you're patting your back. Place the left palm on the top of your elbow and gently press down, pushing the back of your head into your arm if it reaches, creating some space between the chin and the chest so the airways are still open. Drawing the tailbone down. And slowly changing sides, bending that left elbow, pressing it straight down. And releasing your arms back out to the sides, fingers pointing away from you. Soften the shoulders, lengthen the spine. And then flexing your fingers up towards the ceiling. Imagine you're pushing your palms away from you. And then holding onto your thumbs, moving the knuckles down. And relaxing the arms to your legs, gently rolling the necks, nice slow big circles, connecting with the breath, in and out through the nose, moving around those tense areas, acknowledging them, changing the direction. Finding stillness as you gaze forward, pressing your fingertips down behind you. You can either be on your fingertips or with the palms flat, whatever's more comfortable for you. As you lift your hips, working the knees down, elevating your chest, looking up towards the ceiling. Gently engage the glutes. Soften the gaze, don't hold the breath, holding for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lowering those hips down, and it's fine if there was no lift off as long as you were just pressing those hands down, shoulders back, elevating the chest, and then resting your hands on your knees, seated cat-cow. Inhale, shoulders back, lifting the chest and the chin, arching your spine. Exhale, round the shoulders, tuck the chin in, draw your belly in towards the spine, up towards the diaphragm. Inhale, shoulders back, arching the back, opening the chest. Exhale, squeeze it out. Inhale, shoulders back, looking up. Exhale, round the shoulders. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Lengthening the spine, placing your right hand down by your side. Try to lower the elbow down. It's alright if you just keep the elbow lifted. And then reaching your left arm up and over the head space between the shoulders and your ears. Gazing up towards the ceiling. Your left palm is facing down. Slight bend in the elbow as you reach the fingers across. You should feel a stretch all the way down your left side. Try not to collapse the neck down. Deep breaths. And then leading with that left arm over to the other side. Open the chest, shoulders back, gazing up towards the ceiling. And just one more time on each side, leading with the right arm across. Feel that openness in the chest as you draw the shoulders back. And last time, moving over to the other side. And slowly making your way back up, hugging both knees into your chest. Bring the feet together, knees together, just squeezing those knees in. Lengthen the spine first and then tuck the chin as you bring your forehead towards the knees. Softening the shoulders down and just taking those deep breaths in and out through the nose. Keep bringing yourself back to the breath, back to this present moment, knowing that right now nothing else matters. And looking forwards, floating the feet up, lengthen the spine using your core to support your posture. Don't worry if you have to keep rocking those toes up and down. You can find a point to focus on that's not moving, or you can even close your eyes as you enjoy the floating sensation. breathing in, lowering the feet down, placing your hands down and just turning to your side for a staff pose. Engaging those legs, flexing the toes, feet together, press the hands down at your sides. Make sure that the shoulders are stacked over your wrists and really just pushing down, activating the chest, the legs, pushing the head back between your shoulders. Again, don't hold on to the breath, let it flow. Relaxing the jaw, not frowning. And relax, reaching your palms out in front of you, palms together, fingers pointing away. Keep the right arm where it is, send the left arm back. Don't let the feet shift as you look back towards that left hand, lowering that left shoulder down. Feel the twist in the upper body. And slowly moving over to the other side, keep the feet in line, sending the right arm back, looking back towards the right thumb, lower the right shoulder down, lengthen the spine. Reaching the arms forwards, interlocking your hands together, pushing the palms up towards the ceiling, lifting the chest, gazing up, deep breath in. On your exhale, forward fold, so reaching those palms forwards over the toes, looking down towards the legs, really pushing those hands forward, keep your toes flexed. Draw the belly in and up towards your diaphragm, and breathe. Work on trying to straighten the back as much as possible. And then reaching the hands back, uplifting the chest, lifting the chin. Cactus arms to the sides, still looking up. Unless there's strain in your neck, then look forwards. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And interlocking your hands behind your back. Press the space between your palms together. Straightening the arms, squeeze the shoulder blades in, deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold, this time reaching those hands up towards the ceiling. And slowly lifting the chest, releasing the hands, crossing your legs and rocking over those ankles, or just making your way to a tabletop pose on your hands and knees for child's pose. So knees out to the sides. Toes just touching, don't cross the feet. Send the hips back, stretch the arms forward, relax the forehead down, and then just soften into your shoulders, taking a cleansing breath in through the nose side, out through the mouth. Just allowing the hips to sink down deeper into the pose. Bringing yourself back to the breath. Noticing any tension within the body or the mind. And letting go of any external or internal distractions. Just keep on bringing yourself back gently, without any frustration. Puppy pose. Bring your knees slightly closer together so that they're stacked underneath your hips. Feet hip width apart. Try to keep your hips stacked over those knees as you reach your arms forward, hands shoulder width apart. Lowering the forehead down to go deeper into the pose. You can lower your chest and your chin down. Squeezing tension out the shoulders. Just checking to see if your hips are still stacked over your knees. Making any adjustments you need to. Feel the hips lifting up towards the ceiling. A great pose for correcting posture and squeezing out tension in the shoulders, especially if you sit for long periods of time during the day. And then Sphinx pose. So bend the elbows as you move your shoulders forward, lower the hips down. Feet hip width apart, elbows underneath your shoulders, so there's a nice straight line over here. Hands apart, wrists in line with your elbows, and gently engaging the glutes, shoulders back, chest open, tops of the feet gently pressing down and gazing forward. Also a great pose for strengthening the muscles in your back. As you exhale like a wave, rolling your spine down. Inhale, rolling the spine up. Exhale, rolling the spine down, tucking the chin. Inhale, rolling up. Exhale down, slide the hands to either side of your chest, and that same rolling action in the spine as you inhale to a cobra. Keep the elbows bent and in by your sides. Engage the glutes to protect the back. Exhale, rolling the spine all the way down. Inhale, rolling up, squeeze the elbows in, pull the hands towards you, using the back muscles. Exhale down. Last time, inhale up and exhale down. Stretching the arms forwards, seal pose, straightening the arms. Gentle back bend, gazing forwards. We do a lot of back bends in heart opening classes. A lot of chest openers. Really opening yourself to new possibilities. Challenging yourself. Letting go of those limiting beliefs that are holding you back. Self-sabotage. And bending the elbows. Lower the chest down and just crossing the arms in a crocodile pose as you rest your forehead down on the arms. Bending the knees, bow pose. Reach towards the feet as you lift the chest. If you can, hold on to the tops of the feet. Point the toes up to the ceiling as you lift the knees and the thighs up. Gently kicking the feet into your hands. Elevate the chest, engage the glutes. Try not to let the knees sway out to the sides. Keep them in line with your hips. Really pointing those toes up towards the ceiling. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Releasing those feet with control. Resting the head down and just bending your right knee out to the side. Sinking the hips down. Top of the left foot gently placed down. Just a soft opening in your hips. Relax into the pose. These back bends are also very exhilarating and energizing. Great to do in the morning. And changing sides, straightening the right leg, bending your left knee out to the side. And straightening out the legs, hands to either side of your hips. Just pressing yourself up onto your knees. Tucking the toes and lifting the hips up to your down dog. Straighten out the legs, working those heels down. Lengthening the spine, looking between the feet hip width apart. If your heels are lifting, don't worry, it will happen over time as you get them down. Just focus on keeping the back straight. If you need to bend the knees to keep your back straight, go for it. Spread the fingers, knuckles pressing down. Feel the kneecaps lifting, quads engaged. Belly moving in and up, and armpits facing the toes. Up onto your toes, bend the knees, look forwards, and just walking to the front of your mat. Dangling the arms down, relaxing the neck, and rolling the spine all the way up to stand. Cleansing breath as you get to the top. Palms to your chest for a sun salutation A. Feet hip width apart. Moving the tailbone down, belly in, shoulders back, elbows out to the side. Inhale, reaching the arms up, palms facing each other, gentle back bend. Engage the thighs and the glutes, lifting the chest. Exhale, palms together, forward fold, forehead to the shins, hands either side of the feet. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, shoulders in line with your hips, lengthening the neck as you look down. Exhale, bend the knees, ground the hands, step back to your plank. Make sure the shoulders are over your wrists, heels are over the toes, strong legs, strong core. Use your toes to shift the shoulders forwards, over the fingertips for chaturanga, which you can do on your knees if you need to, but keep the elbows in at your sides as you lower the chest and hips down at the same time if possible. Untuck the toes. Inhale, rolling up to cobra. Exhale, rolling the spine down. Tuck the toes, leading with your hips to down dog. Stretching it out, working those heels down. Deep breaths for 5 breaths. Up onto the toes, bend the knees, look forward, walk or float to the front. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms straight, back straight, palms facing each other, gentle back bend as you lift the chest, reaching the hands back. Exhale, palms together into your chest, cleansing breath. Sun salutation B. Inhale to a chair pose, drop the hips, feet still hip width apart, parallel lines between the feet. Shoulders back, chest open. Exhale, palms together, forward fold, forehead to the shins. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, ground the hands, float or walk back to plank. Chaturanga. Use the toes, shift forward, elbows in. Untuck the toes, this time inhale to an up dog, straight arms. Wrists under the shoulders, tops of the feet down, strong legs. If you can, try to lift those thighs up, otherwise it's fine if they're down. Breathe, gazing forward, shoulders back. Either lower the chest down first or tuck your toes from here, lifting the hips up to your down dog. 3-legged dog, right leg back and up, straightening the legs, leveling the shoulders, equal weight in your hands, look towards your left toes, and up onto the left toes, squeeze the right knee into your chest as high as you can as you push away from the mat, stepping the foot forward between the hands, crawl the toes forwards if you need to, or use your hand to lift and place. Dropping your back heel down with the left toes out to the sides. Keep the right knee bent as you reach your arms up, pulling your right hip back, left hip forwards. Draw the belly in and up, palms facing each other. Challenge yourself, see how low you can go. Exhale, hands down, back to plank. Chaturanga, all the way down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, down dog. Left leg back and up, three-legged dog. Straightening out the legs and the spine, stretching out the arms. Up onto your right toe, squeeze the knee and step the foot forwards between the hands. Dropping the back heel down, toes out to the side. And reaching those arms up. Bringing the right hip forwards, left hip back. You can always heel toe that front foot slightly out so you've got some more space. Deep breaths. Exhale, hands down, step back to plank. Chaturanga, all the way down. Inhale, up dog, straight arms, strong legs. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips. Down dog, 5 deep breaths, well done. Up onto your toes, bend the knees, look forwards, walk or float to the front. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, forehead closer to the shins. Inhale, chair pose, drop the hips, bend the knees, arms up. Exhale, palms together into the chest, straighten the legs, cleansing breath. Relax the arms down at your sides. Just taking a few nice deep breaths. Noticing how you feel. And softly opening the eyes. Inhale, reaching those arms up and back. See if you can reach them a little further this time. Exhale, palms together, forward fold all the way down, forehead to the shin. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, walk or float back to plank. Lift those hips to down dog, working those heels down. Right leg back and up and bending the right knee. Lift the hip, the knee as high up to the ceiling as you can to open out the hips, and then level the shoulders. Breathe. Holding here or moving from here into a wild thing. So take those right toes and step them behind you. You want to keep the heel lifted in that right foot. Come onto the knife edge of your left leg with the legs straight. Stacking that left shoulder over the wrist, lifting the hips, elevating the chest and reaching your right arm up and over your head as you gaze up to the ceiling. Breathe. And lowering the right hand down, back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga all the way down. Stack the elbows over the wrists. Inhale your choice of cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog, tuck the toes, lift the hips. Deep breaths. Changing sides, left leg back and up. Three-legged dog. Bend the left knee, open the hip out to the side, lift the knee up as high as you can, level the shoulders. And then placing the toes down behind you, keep the heel lifted, hips elevated, shoulder over wrist. Reaching that left arm close towards the ear, reaching the fingers over, lifting the chest. Breathe, gazing up and looking down. Lower the hands down to plank. Chaturanga, all the way down. Your choice of cobra or up dog. Exhale to a child's pose, so just pressing yourself up onto your knees. Toes together, knees out to the side, sink the hips down, cleansing breath. breathing, just sitting back on your heels. Move the knees together. Tucking your toes so that you're sitting on the heels, stretching the arches of your feet. Toe balance, palms to the chest, lifting the knees up. Knees stay in line with your hips. If you need to, you can use your hands to lift those knees up. Breathe. Lengthen the spine and the neck. And try to stand from here without using the hands. Relaxing the arms down. And making your way to the center of your mat, legs nice and wide. Toes facing forwards. Warrior 2. Turn your right toes out to the sides. Bending that right knee down. Lower those hips. Try to get the knee over your ankle and the thigh parallel to the mat. Open the hips out to face forwards. Back toes facing forwards. Arms out to the sides, belly in and up. Tailbone down, looking over those right fingertips. Try to level out the hands. Soften the shoulders. See if you can sink a little deeper. And lowering the right hand down to the inside of your leg. You can rest the shoulder against the knee and reaching that left arm straight up. Push the hips forwards and the shoulders back. Top hands palm facing forwards. Head moving back between the shoulders. Looking down, pressing yourself up. Keep the legs the same, just lowering your left hand down the leg. And your right arm up and over. So your hips are forward and open. Your chest is lifting up as you're gazing up to the ceiling. Reverse warrior. Hips down. Breathe. Extended side angle. Bending your right forearm over the thigh. Try not to place too much weight down. Reaching that left arm straight up. Next to the ear, palm down. Drawing a straight line from the fingertips to the back heel. And looking up. If you lose your balance, look down. Triangle pose, straighten the right leg. Slide the hand down towards the angle. Top arm just reaching up. Opening the chest. Deep breath. And slowly coming up, toes forward. Take a nice cleansing breath. Sliding the hands down towards the ankles. Top of the head moving down towards the ground. Glutes and hips lifting up, thighs engaged. Shoulders away from the ears. Check to see your toes are forwards. And slowly coming up. Arms out to the sides, warrior 2 on the other side. Turn your left toes out. Drop the hips down, bend into that left knee, hips forwards. Check that the knee isn't leaning in. Push it back or adjust the foot. Shoulders open, soft, and looking to the left. Breathe. Back toes facing forwards. Belly in and up. Lowering the left hand down to the inside of the foot. Press that shoulder against the knee. Right arm straight up. Keep your back toes facing forwards. Looking up to the ceiling. Reverse warrior. Lowering that right arm down, left arm up and over the head, slight bend in the elbow, lift the chest, lift the chin, soft gaze, hips open. Extended side angle, lowering the forearm down into your thigh, straighten that right arm quite close to the ear but straight up at an angle. And triangle pose, straighten the left leg, slide the hand down, nearly there. Reaching that right arm up to the ceiling. Breathe. If you feel like your legs are too wide, just adjust. Bring them closer together. You might find it's more comfortable. And slowly coming up. Toes forwards. Deep breath in, holding your elbows behind your back. Exhale, top of the head down, toes forwards. Glutes up. Deep breaths. Taking as many cleansing breaths as you need to. Work on straightening out the legs. And placing the hands down. Malasana pose, heel toe, the feet closer together. Drop the hips down, toes out to the sides, palms to your chest, elbows or triceps, opening out those hips to the side. Your heels might be lifted, that's fine. Just work on sending the energy down. Lengthening the back. Softening the face. Feel that openness in your hips. Keep the chest open. And releasing the elbows gently, sitting down, turning to the side with your knees bent. Boat pose, lift those ankles up, palms facing each other, straight back. Use the core to support your posture. Reaching the arms up towards the ceiling next to your ears. Breathe. Reaching the arms forwards. And just see if you can lower the shoulders down a little bit. And then lift them up. Lower them down, lift them up. For more of a challenge, you can straighten the legs and then bend the knees. Straighten, lower the shoulders down, bend the knees. Doing this 5 more times in your own time, connecting the movements with your breath. And it's fine if you're just holding your boat pose with the knees bent. On the last one, straighten the legs or bend the knees. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax, cleansing breath. And just letting it go. Bridge pose, bring the heels close towards you as you bend your knees. Lifting those hips up, tucking those shoulders underneath you. Try to hold the ankles if you can, otherwise just reaching your fingers towards the heels. Don't let your knees move out to the sides. Keep them in line with the hips. Really elevating the chest and your hips up. Internally rolling those thighs towards each other, but keep the knees apart. Breathe. Space between the chin and your chest. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently rolling the spine down. Keep the knees bent. Wheel pose. So for wheel pose, you can either do more of a bridge pose variation, which is similar to what we just did, but placing your hands next to the ears, fingers pointing towards the shoulders, and you want to keep the elbows pointing up, so almost squeezing towards each other. They're going to want to go out to the sides. Try to avoid that. You want to keep the elbows stacked straight over the wrists. So squeeze them towards each other, pointing up towards the ceiling. And you can lift the hips up. So heels close towards your knees up, lifting the glutes up. Holding here and just pressing your hands down into the mat. Or you can push the hands down, lift the chest, tuck the chin, or send the chin back to come down onto the top of the head. Look at your elbows. Are they stacked over your wrists, or are they bending out to the side? Keep them over the wrists. Breathe. Holding here or lifting the chest further as you straighten the arms. Pushing the chest between the arms. Breathe. Holding wherever you are. Force that breath. Maybe bringing the feet closer towards you. Pushing the chest forward between the arms. As you come down, tuck the chin. Gently lower down into the back of the head and your shoulders. And rolling the spine down. Relaxing your arms to your sides. If you need to, just give the wrists a bit of a roll. Pressing your lower back down into the mat. Feet nice and wide, just let the knees collapse in towards each other. And if you'd like to practice that more, you can pause the video. That's the great thing about these videos, and you can keep practicing. Just do your checks, elbows up, adjust the distance of your fingers away from the shoulders to keep your elbows over the wrists, heels in, lift the hips like a bridge pose, press the hands down, imagine there's a rope pulling your chest up towards the ceiling. Send the chin back, top of the head first, and then straighten the arms, push the chest forwards. When you come down, so hold for as long as you can. When you come down, slowly tuck the chin, gently lower yourself down. You do not want to collapse down onto your head. You will hurt yourself. So just always being mindful, listening to the body, letting go of the ego. Notice if your body is starting to shake, just take it easy and come down. And then happy baby pose. So bend the knees, flex the toes. Imagine you balancing plates on top of the feet, elbows on the inside of the knees, hands on the outside. Work on getting a straight line from your ankle to your knee, opening the hips out to the sides, and gently rocking side to side. Finding a stillness, hugging both knees into your chest. Just a gentle squeeze. Holding the back of your thighs. Tuck the chin, rocking up to seated, just crossing the legs. Lengthening your spine. And try to stand without using the hands with your legs crossed. Press the knife edge of your feet down. And stand. Turning to face me, tree pose, so left toes pointing forwards, right toes out to the side, resting the heel against your ankle with the hips open, level the hips. You can stay here with your palms to your chest, or you can bring the foot up to the calf, or you can use your hand, placing the foot to the inside of your thigh, pressing the thigh into the foot and the foot into the thigh, hips open. Palms together, just make sure at no point the foot is on the knee, so either below the knee or above. And breathe. Straight back, grounding the standing foot. And just noticing the weight shifting. Holding here or reaching your arms up to the ceiling, palms together. If you fall, just laugh it off and come back in. Palms back to your chest. Releasing the arms, releasing the legs, and getting ready to change sides. So left toes out to the side, right toes forward, opening those hips, knee back, and slowly working that foot up to whichever height is comfortable. If you feel like you're falling the whole time, then bring it down a notch. Start from the bottom. Slowly work your way up. Don't rush the process. Breathe. Feel the connection to your breath, to the balance of the pose, the stillness. Holding here or reaching the arms up, palms together. Gazing forward. And palms together into your chest, releasing the leg, opening your feet nice and wide, goddess pose. So toes out to the side, open those thighs, knees moving back, drop the hips, get the knees over the ankles as much as you can. Again, see how low you can go, palms to the chest. Breathe. Strengthening those glutes, thighs and legs. And placing the hands on your thighs, fingers pointing down. Drop the right shoulder down, peel the left shoulder up, looking up to the ceiling. Lower your shoulders as low as your hips. Stretching out those shoulders and changing sides, dropping the left shoulder down, lifting the right. And change. And change. One more time on each side. And last time. Lower the hands down if you can reach the ground. Breathe. Toes forward, straighten the legs, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. The feet closer together. Forward fold, holding the ankles, behind the ankles. Wrap the elbows behind the knees if you can. And slowly move the forehead closer to the shins. If your knees are bending, don't worry. Just work on straightening them out as best you can. And release, drop the hips all the way down, slowly making your way to seated. Straightening out the legs. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, lowering the back all the way down with control. Slower than you'd like to. And relax. Bottoms of your feet together. Knees out to the side, Supta Baddha Konasana. Just holding your elbows above the head. Cleansing breaths. And smile. Well done. Changing the grip of your elbows so the other hand is on top. And feel the natural curve of your spine. And spinal twist. You can relax the arms to your side Bring the knees in and either just bending the knees to one side or crossing the right leg over the left. If you'd like to, you can even tuck those right toes underneath the ankle and let the knees fall to the right as you look to the left. So whichever variation is comfortable for you, just make sure you're looking in the opposite direction that the knees are facing. And slowly changing sides, left leg over right, maybe hooking the toes or just bending the knees to the left and looking to the right. Releasing the legs, rolling onto your back, bending the knees, straightening the right leg up to the ceiling, holding what you can reach and squeezing the leg towards your elbows, bending out to the sides. Keep the head down. Pointing or flexing the toes. Lifting the forehead towards the shin. Lowering the leg down, changing sides, straightening the left leg, squeezing the leg towards you, heads resting down, elbows out to the sides, shoulders away from the ears. And forehead lifting to the shin. And releasing the leg, relaxing your head down, hugging both knees into your chest, lifting the forehead towards the knees, and releasing for Shavasana, whichever pose is comfortable for you. If there's pain in your lower back, you can keep the knees bent. Otherwise, you can straighten out the legs in corpse pose, or if you'd like, you can have the feet together, knees out to the sides, and just placing one hand on your chest, one hand on your stomach, closing the eyes, allowing the breath to flow freely, deeply, fully. And finding that softness from head to toe as you gently let go. Surrendering into the stillness. Feeling a sense of calm and peace, balance. And simply observing the feelings, any tingling sensations within the body, or simply the flow of the breath as your chest and belly rise and fall. Being proud of yourself for carving this time out for yourself today, for your wellness. And And as you inhale, count into 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. As you exhale, 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. And just repeat. If you're ever feeling anxious or stressed, this is a great breathing exercise to practice. Breathing in and out for the equal amount of breaths. And if this is comfortable for you, add a pause for 4 counts between each inhale and exhale. So inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, holding 1, 2, 3, 4, exhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, and holding 1, 2, 3, 4, and just repeat. And just a few more rounds. The thoughts will come, and just let them pass. It's completely natural. Just be more selective of what you give your energy to, what you focus on. Especially those negative thoughts about yourself. Let those pass. And then allow your breath to move back to its natural rhythm, deep and slow. You can stay here for as long as you like, or you can take a cleansing breath and then softly blink the eyes open. Hugging your knees into your chest. And taking your time to roll onto your side as you make your way to seated. Thank you for allowing me to guide you in this practice today. I hope you enjoyed the class. Namaste. Such a good class. I'm glad you enjoyed it.